been a really long time since I used poppy seeds in a soap. Back in the day, I used to make an orange poppy seed soap all the time and loved it so much. And for some reason, I just stopped making it. Well, Chrissie over there at SoPea, I think it's called. I'm sorry, Chrissie, I don't know the whole name if that's it. But she's over there in the UK and she posted on Instagram a lemon poppy seed soap. And I was like, I need to do that. And so she said, yes, do it. And so now I'm doing it. This is for a Soap of the Month club that is for March. Yes, March. I'm in January and I'm making March and April, hopefully today. I tend to do that on my Soap of the Month clubs. I wait until the very end and then I have to hurry up and I make 2. I'm horrible that way. Gonna try to do better in 2025. I am gonna be using a gifted fragrance oil from Brambleberry. Not that Brambleberry gifted me anything, guys, don't get all excited. But this was a subscriber that gifted me a big box of fragrances, and this is Lemonade Stand from Brambleberry. I had 3.3 ounces of this fragrance oil, and I needed just a little bit more to get my full weight of fragrance oil, so I just topped it off with a little bit of lemon essential oil. So now I have my full fragrance weight for this size batch. It's gonna be easy, it's gonna be quick, and it's gonna be wonderful. So hang on, I'm gonna bring the camera down to make lemon poppy seed. Thank you, Chrissie, for inspiring me. So that's right around 88, and this is 78. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of my water here. Stir this up pretty good. So in here is just 50-50 lye solution, guys, and here is my extra water that I add. So I'm just going to warm it up just a little bit with that. I also already have my sodium lactate in here. In here in my water, I also have some sugar and some citric acid. So citric acid, it's a chelator, so it just helps with soap scum. But it also helps with hard water. When you have hard water, your bubbles aren't able to form quite as well. It's a bubble killer, hard water is. So a tiny bit of citric acid does the trick, but it also will eat that lye up. And so you have to watch your lye and calculate a different lye amount. Unless you have a calculator, a soap calculator that calculates your lye for you when you add citric acid, some will. I know of one, Soaper's Friend, I think, does. And then I use Soapmaker 3, so it does for us too. If you have Soapmaker 3 and you want to start adding citric acid, you have to add your citric acid as a base oil. So when I have my recipe here, citric acid is up here on my base oil list, and so it'll calculate the lye for you. So I had to move it when I started doing that. Not a big deal, guys. It's just considered a base oil, so it will calculate that for you. I'm going to add yellow clay because we're going to make this yellow. I usually just dump the clay right in my oils. And I'm using yellow clay, 1, because it's a yellow soap, and 2, I have a lot of clays that I'm really not using, and I bought them for clay masks, which don't sell very well. I maybe sell 10 a year. I don't know if I'll keep them, but while I have them in stock and I have all the clays, I'm going to keep making them until I decide that. You know, I don't want these clays just sitting around doing nothing for me. So I've started using green and pink and the yellow. Plus I'm out of kaolin almost. I think I'm being extra chatty today just because this is going to be such a quick, easy soap to make. And I think I'll go ahead and add in some of my sunflower yellow. I thought about making this a really natural soap with the, trying to find a natural yellow to make it. Then I realized I'm using fragrance oil, so just give it up. Now, Chrissy told me how much poppy seeds she used, and I don't actually remember what she said. I think it was a fair amount of it, though. I'll try to link her Instagram down below. She has really cute pictures on there. She does a good job. All right, let me check my temperature. 85. I'm just gonna warm that up just a little bit. Closer to 90. 97. I have started warming up my water too before I add my sugar and citric acid. I think it just dissolves so much easier. But it's usually not high. It's usually just, you know, in the 80 to 90 range. Yeah, it's 90. That's good. Let's go for it. Maybe a little more aggressive than I've been meaning to, but I'm not doing any kind of swirls. It's just fine. And I don't know if I want to mix with the mixer my poppy seeds. I don't know. Let's just see what like an ounce looks like. An ounce is going to look like a lot. That's half an ounce. Okay. 1 ounce. You know, for 72 ounces of oil, I think 1 ounce is good. I'm going to keep it at 1 ounce. I had written 2 ounces on my paper. I need to fix that. And I don't know if this is gonna, I think it behaves well. Like the fragrance oil portion of this behaves well. I think lemon behaves well as well. But I want this to be a little bit thicker when I pour it because I don't want the poppy seeds to fall to the bottom. We're just not quite at a trace yet, but I think it's coming, so I'm going to go ahead and get my stick blender out of there. You guys may have seen my video of my update video about how stressful it was for 2024 and changes I'm making and mistakes I made and all that good stuff. That video, I'll link it over here if you want to go check it out if you haven't seen it. But in that video I talked about everything that I gave up that was inducing stress to me. And I gave up my boutique I was in. I gave up a craft show I had been organizing for 4 years now. I gave up a lot of my like packing videos. Maybe I'll start doing packing videos on here. I might do that. And just like incorporate, you know, I'm not like Holly at Missouri River Soaps where I have like this, what is it, like a release, and then she packs up like thousands worth of dollars of orders in a video. That's not me, guys, but I could probably do like a compilation of you know, a month's worth of packing. But what I was going to say, sorry, is I had considered actually giving up soap of the month because it is a stress for sure. I mean, obviously, guys, it's a stress to come up with the scents, and you know, the last couple of soaps, like, I'm not super happy with. February is like, it's just, I mean, they're just okay. So I'm trying, so anyway, What I'm trying to say is I decided that it is a source of monthly revenue. It's not a great, I mean, I run around, 9 to 12 subscribers. So it's not like this huge income, but I just wasn't ready to give it up. And I still like the idea of having that monthly income. And I really like how it makes me like focus on doing a special soap and not just run-of-the-mill soaps and not just like my standard soaps or whatever. I always try to make these fun or different or all that good stuff. So I kept the Soap of the Month Club even though it was very much on the chopping block. And I'm glad I did. And in another video you may have seen about wholesale and consignment, I think I was kind of dogging Fair, but now I'm trying to get on Fair, guys. That's probably its own video, sharing that with you. We'll see if I'm accepted. I don't know if I'm going to be accepted or not. I may not because I dogged him on that video. It's not super thick, but I think it's thick enough to hold the poppy seeds. All right, I'm gonna let this firm up a little bit and I'm probably gonna do just scoopy top. So I'll bring you back when it's ready for that. All right, let's see if this is ready. I have literally made a whole other batch of soap waiting for this to be ready. And it's still pretty loose. I'm not way up on my essential oil game, guys, so maybe it's the lemon essential oil. Does it slow down your trace like crazy? Look at this. I mean, it's working. But it is certainly not hard. It took me a lot of years to get comfortable with this kind of scoopy top. I never felt like I did a good job. I still don't think I do a great job, but it's kind of like piping. Once you cut it, it looks fine. Yeah, I need to stop messing with it because it's making it soft again. Golly. All right, and it's really, you know what? It's real. I wonder if this is not level anymore. This is almost to the top and this is like crazy level. I'm doing it all over again. That looks better. Let's try that again. Now it's just super soft again. All right, guys, I'm gonna shut the camera off. I'm gonna go eat lunch. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go have a salad. I love salads. I can eat a salad almost every single day of my life. Anyway, I'm gonna go have a salad for lunch and I'm gonna come back and we'll just see what it looks like. I don't know. I'm a fast eater, so that'll help. One very quick salad eaten later. Let's check it out. It's a little bit better. I'm actually able to get some definition in my little scoopy scoops. I could have slowed down on my salad eating and still been fine. I'm just not, I don't know. Let me see. I'm trying not to like critique myself too much. I think this side is a little bit better. So I'm holding my spoon more perpendicular. Maybe I should not quite perpendicular like that. Still feels really soft, guys. I'm so ready for this to be done. I mean, I could probably just leave well enough alone. The soap members will have no idea that I struggled with the tops until they see this video. Some watch it, some don't, I know. I think I'm just gonna call it, guys. This looks pretty good. And maybe just a sprinkling on top of poppy seeds. I'm trying not to go too overboard here. Just a sprinkling. All right, I'm done. I'm walking away from this soap. Oh my heavens. All right. I'll bring you back in a couple days when we cut it. Let's get this beauty cut. It really won't have much variation to look at. A beautiful creamy yellow surrounding all these beautiful little poppy seeds. I think it's really sweet looking, and I really like the top. It smells really good. Fresh. I was happy to use up one of my free gifted, I should say. They were gifted fragrance oils. I'm really struggling with my pricing. I have had to raise my prices and I didn't want to. So I didn't raise them as much as I feel like I probably needed to. So I thought it was one of two things. I was either going to have to raise my prices or make my bar smaller. And I think what I'm going to do is just shave off a little bit of the bar. So they're usually between 5.5 ounces. I think I'll make them between 4.5. But I may have to do that and see if I can balance out my costs that have gone up so much and still, you know, get the profit I need to stay in business. All right, so this video I am trying to get posted for tomorrow. It is 6 o'clock at night on a Friday night. I just got done editing it and thinking, oh, let's do the outro. And let's see if I can get it posted by tomorrow. I am usually posting 3 to 6 weeks ahead. I just, schedule them out. No, this year, I have not been able to get to the point where I have multiple weeks. So I'm always under the gun right now. So let's see if it can work. If not, I'm just going to skip tomorrow's posting and wait a week. We'll see. All right, so let's talk about lemon poppy seed. I already have them packed up. The soap members have already gotten their box with the lemon poppy seed. I think it's really cute. It's just a very pretty, creamy, lemony colored soap. I think the color is perfect. I like the poppy seeds in it. I think the ratio seems to be pretty good. So I'm all in all, I'm really happy with it. I'm curious to see what the soap members think of this. I haven't done it in maybe a year or maybe longer, but typically I do make a lemon verbena soap every year. It's not poppy seed, but it is a lemony type soap. It's actually quite popular. I think I like that scent better than this. So I don't know if it's the lemonade stand from Brambleberry or just the lemon essential oil that I put in here. I think it's the lemonade stand. I don't think I like that as well as I do my lemon verbena. I really like the scent of that. Not my favorite, but it's not bad. I just like others better. All right, I'm gonna move on. I did want to talk about a couple things because I mentioned a couple things in this video because this was made back in January before I ever even applied to the fair platform. I did get accepted on the wholesale platform fair. I do have a video all about that, so I will link that maybe in the description. So if you want to check that out, if you haven't already. I did send out an email to my Soap of the Month Club members to see kind of their thoughts on the direction of the club, whether they wanted to keep it as is, make smaller bars, or even just go away from soap altogether and do maybe just like a one surprise every month, getting a full size of a surprise every month. So the whole reason that I sent that email out is because I had a couple of subscribers drop from the club, and I know at least one of them, the reason was they just had too many soaps. They couldn't use them up in a month. They're just too big. It was so funny because I'm thinking, okay, this is really going to help me know which direction I'm going to go with my subscription box. And it was basically 50-50. About half of them really liked the idea of just getting a surprise every month. But the other half was like, no, we want the soap. My plan moving forward at this moment is I am going to make all of my bars a little bit smaller for my soap and for my standard line. I'm thinking about 1/2 inch shorter. I've tried to go narrower. My bars actually used to be 2 1/4 inch wide. For the longest time, they were 2 1/4 inch wide. I can't make them with my current molds that width and not have like a strip of extra soap that is defeating the whole purpose. I'm certainly not going to go less wide here because of my multi-bar cutter. That's a set thing. I'm not buying another one. It is what it is. They're 1 inch wide always. So all that being said, these are about 3.5 inches tall. I'm going to go about 3 inches. That, I just figured it out, will bring my cured soap size down to right at 4.5. And I think that's doable and going to be a little bit easier for everybody involved. It's going to bring my prices down a tiny, tiny bit, and it's going to use up the soaps for people that want more variety and, you know, have to feel like they have to finish a whole bar and, you know, hang on to it for too long. Does that all make sense? I think that's all the updates I wanted to share with you because I know I was super gabby in the video and I'm super gabby in my outro. Sometimes that's just the way I am, guys. I have been very gabby this year so far. Yeah, I just have lots to share, I guess. Am I done? I think I'm done. All right, I'm speed talking just a little bit because I'm in a hurry to get this done. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me and commenting and liking my videos. And just all in all, I think I have the best subscribers and watchers of my channel and my videos. I know a lot of you that watch aren't subscribed. So if you can subscribe, that would be great. I'm waiting until I hit that 25,000 subscriber mark so that I'm going to do a giveaway of just stuff I don't use right now. Like I've got lots of fragrance oils I'm going to give away. I've got different things when I did my big decluttering. I want to give all of this away. But I thought, nope, I got to hit 25,000 first. So get me there. So if you haven't subscribed, do that. Give me a thumbs up. If you liked it, give me a thumbs down. If you hated it, and I'll see you next week. Bye.